Oh, snap. It's happening. What's going on, everybody? I am your pal Hal, and we are live on Backchannel. That's right. It is just turned 11:02 right here on the West Coast in the home office, Los Angeles, California, City of Champions, home of the world champion Los Angeles Rams. We are going to be doing it, making it happen, bringing it for the next 2 hours. So, you want me to bring it? Consider it brought 10. Okay, to quote the great Bring It On franchise. Folks, there's so much in store today. Trending topics, pop culture, and, of course, the requisite amount. Like, we're backing the truck up and dumping out. Goofs, gags, nonsense, shenanigans, hijinks. I mean, come on. It's, yeah. We're going to have fun. Listen, careful, because we might end up having a little bit of fun. Yeah, it's going to be good times. And it is 2:04 on the East Coast. We'll be with you till 4 p.m. today, doing it, having fun, doing the good times. It's 1:04 in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal show, Rob Schaefer. And it is 7:04 in London, England, where we will be taking you up until 9 p.m. And folks, I want to hear what you're up to. The show is better when you're involved. So let us know what you're snacking on, okay? Like, are you like just mowing some sour cream and onion potato chips? Are you sitting there eating some ice cream? Are you keeping it healthy with some a nice nut-based trail mix? I want to know. This is a very snack-friendly zone, okay? So let us know what you're snacking on. Let us know what you're sipping on, okay? Are you down south? Are you sipping on a little sweet tea? Are you drinking coffee? I got a little coffee on deck. Are you drinking? Are you drinking? You know what I mean? Day drinking. Listen, maybe you're in England. Then it would be night drinking. Let us know what you're sipping on. Let us know what you're snacking on. You can do that a few different ways. Or let us know, it doesn't have to be something you're intaking into your body. Let us know what you're up to. You can talk to your smart device. Address your smart device. Use the magic word say. And then you can drop in anything after that, okay? Smart device, say, I'm eating pepperoni pizza. Smart device, say, I'm eating a hot dog with mustard and sauerkraut. That's my preferred method, by the way. I'm old school on my hot dogs. Mustard, sauerkraut, I'm good. Or you can also communicate with us by going to, if you're watching us on YouTube, chit chat with us there, or go to backchannel.tv and you can talk with us and or leave a review of the Your Pal Hal show. And that review can be, Hal talks too much about snacks. Or, I wish Hal would make snacks more of the focus of his show. Or, Hal talks about snacks just the right amount, like the perfect amount of spice for his snack talk. So yeah, please communicate with us, hang out with us. This is the show is way better with you in it. I am telling you. And I want to shout out some of my friends who are hanging out with us right now. Yeah, I mean, come for the chat, stay for the shout outs. All right. My friend Stacy is in the house. Stacy, we love having you here. Thank you so much. Stacy is drinking tea. I like it. I dig it. And it sounds like Stacy's digging the snack talk. Appreciate it. One of my favorite names is back in the chat. Poopy in the diapers. Listen, I'm easily amused. It doesn't take much, folks. G, thank you for joining us. James, welcome to the party. Cole, Jennifer Lopez joining us from New York. J-Lo in the house. Thank you for being here. Nathan and sometimes C in Texas. Liz, good to see you. Jorge or George in Colorado. Bella, Northern Virginia. Sunny, Chandler, Verona. Deb McIntosh, what up? Our friend Gliss. Gliss, great to see you. Amanda in Vermont. Steve in California. Thanks for being here. Oh, boy. So I don't know if this is a call for help in the stream, but it just, or this is just the name they want to go by. It's quote unquote, I have an asthma attack. God forbid that anything like medically is befalling you right now. All right. I am hoping, fingers crossed, that you are well, breathing normally, consistently, and hope the asthma is under control for everybody. Listen, I'm not afraid to say, I hope that all of you out there have no medical emergencies during this show. All right? That is my hope for you. It's like the bare minimum. But for serious, I hope everybody's doing well, or as well as possible. Listen, life. Am I right, you guys? So hang out with us for a couple hours. It's going to be some fun, going to be some nonsense, take your mind off things, or just we're hanging out with you while you're doing whatever it is that you need to do at home. So thank you. I appreciate you being here. And you know what? This show, your Pal Hal show, we could not do it without our trusty co-pilot and the man with his hands on the controls, Producer Travis.
There they are.
Oh my goodness! It's bleeding out a little bit from the. Yeah, there we go.
Still getting a handle on this new technology, but just wanted to show I'm on the controls.
Right. Oh, you know what? I have to apologize to you.
What?
I didn't comment on your Golden State Warriors shirt yesterday. That was a cool shirt. Did you wear that when you went and see them face off against the Clippers?
I didn't. This was a sweatshirt that I got from their website last year on clearance and had just forgotten about. I was doing laundry and I was like, it's cold because it was freezing yesterday. Good Lord.
Oh,
and,
yes.
Rooting around.
And it's not that much warmer today.
No, it's the wind, it's the chill. Yeesh.
Yeah.
And then
boo-hoo, we're in California and it's 54 degrees.
California 54 feels pretty cold.
Yeah.
And there it was.
But yeah,
blue and yellow.
Good work on that.
Yeah, calling to me.
Yeah. Steph Curry really showed out in the All-Star game.
Oh yeah. And that I think that probably led me to the sweatshirt. And when I did put it on, I walked into my living room, and of course I haven't worn it since I got it, just out of sheer negligence. And my roommate goes, "Hold on," to my other roommate. I hold on. Can you repeat yourself? I can't hear you over that sweatshirt.
Gotcha.
It was very bright.
Loud.
Very loud.
A loud sweatshirt. Very nice, Travis. It's been, listen. Oh, it's 11:11. Time to make a wish, everybody. We need to do this every day. Can we make that, because sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. Can we make the 11:11 wish a part of every show, Travis?
I'll set an alarm.
Can you, if I don't get it, can you be like, oh, stop what you're doing, interrupt me, so we can all make a wish at 11:11. Make my wish. Okay, I made my wish. And remember, if you do make your wish, whether you are wishing on a star, wishing on a birthday candle, wishing in a wishing well, or wishing at 11:11, never tell anyone your wish, because otherwise it won't come true, okay, you goofs? So keep that wish to yourself. That is international, intergalactic, universal wish rules. Travis, what did you wish for?
Can't tell you that.
Good man, good man. You got to wake up pretty early in the morning to fool producer Travis, or just be very heavy-handed with the way you're trying to fool him. Travis, okay, so what have you been up to in the past 24 hours?
Well, at the moment, I'm making a calendar event for 11/11 that's going to show up every day at 11/11. So that's going to be fun.
Very nice. Hopefully it
Yeah.
just brings, you got to put things out there into the universe a little bit, right? Listen, I'm a sucker for The Secret, the laws of attraction, Are you familiar?
Not in content, just in name. What does that mean? Like, I've heard The Secret, the laws of attraction, but I don't know, like, what
Say
is
it.
Can you tell me The Secret?
Say it, and you will manifest it. Put it out there in the universe, and you will bring it to be. So that's why they, with The Secret, they're big on making a vision board or something. Listen, I'm not a practitioner of all this stuff, but I believe there's something to, if you believe it, you're that much closer to doing it. You know what I mean? Like, if you think you're gonna bomb an audition or something, I'm putting something that I'm familiar. Then you might not do well. If you're supremely confident, if you're talking to a handsome fella or a lady you find fetching, and you're full of confidence, you're gonna do that much better. If you're filled with self-loathing. Unless you can connect on that level. But if you believe it, you're going to do it. If you're pitching someone something, if you're giving a presentation at work, if you believe that you're going to have a good day, like, you are that much closer to having that good day. If you believe your day is going to be a load of crap, well, guess what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, first off, this is great radio, and two, yes.
Is this great radio?
Yeah, this is like, it's like Frasier or something. You're inspiring the people out there to thinking about how much of a good time they're going to have.
You know what? I need to inspire myself a little bit. So, anything else? Yeah, keeping warm in the garage, Travis.
Keeping warm in the garage. Continuing to just burn my nights on an episode or two of ER out of with
I did
no
a little
real
binge
reason.
watching. I did a little binge watching last night.
Oh yeah?
I watched Euphoria. I watched a couple episodes of Euphoria.
Oh, a relevant show. Good for you.
I haven't seen. I haven't finished the first season yet, so they're in the second season of Euphoria. So I watched a couple episodes of that first season. My wife watched it with me, and she turned to me and said, "Is all these kids do in this high school have sex?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's Euphoria High." That's basically
I have a friend the friend of the house who comes over, and I remember when the first season dropped. Friend of the house. She is from Los Angeles and went to Beverly Hills High and was pretty deadpan, like, yeah, no, that's not too far off.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's like they got really bad. Wow.
Yeah, I was I was that was not me in high school.
Me neither.
Not me. I just didn't have the game. So to speak, in high school. Speaking of self-loathing, oh boy, yeah. Even though, like, I had a decent high school experience, I was the student council president my senior year.
That's right.
Yep. So I watched a little Euphoria, and then watched the movie The 355 with Jessica Chastain, Diane Kruger, Penelope Cruz, Lupita Nyong'o. We're going to talk about that on the upcoming episode of Binge Boys for next time. Binge Boys, my podcast that I co-host with my pal, Lon Harris. Great, smart, like the guy knows the ins and outs of. Well, thank you, but he He's fantastic, and it's a good time. Also produced by producer Travis. Find Binge Boys. It's all about news and streaming reviews, and then we goof around. I say a lot of dumb crap. I say a lot of. There are a lot of. I lob a lot of attempts at humor at Lon. And sometimes he appreciates them. Sometimes he's like moving on for good reason. So check it out. And maybe I'll talk about the 355 on this show at some point. I want to shout out my pal Grass Puddle, coming to us from the Berg. He's back home in the city of black and yellow. Grass Puddle arrived home from Peru. Grass Puddle, if you want to elaborate a little bit. What were you doing in Peru for a month and a half? Now, if it was, if you were clear cutting the Amazon rainforest, then I don't, the world needs its trees. I don't know if I want to hear that, but a little clarification of what you were doing down there in that part of the world. Always great to have you. Nothing illegal. Excellent. Good to hear.
Only legal things.
Only legal. Keeping it legal. Nice. I want to give a shout out to some folks. Oh, Travis, you are getting razzed in our other chat here. Someone said, "Are you seeing this, Travis? What does it say? What does it say? You've been mentioned twice."
Let's see what the haters have for me today.
I don't know if it's haters. I think it's just very special fans. I don't know.
Okay.
What does it say, Travis?
There's someone who joined the chat whose name, again, we have a chat function. You can just say words, but they've chosen to make their name, Producer Travis, can you put diapers on me? Which I would say one of the many reasons I feel I'm not equipped for parenthood is the fact that I'm just like super not down for that. I'm sorry. I just don't want to do that on a child, let alone a stranger.
Okay. So not everyone has. Look who just joined the stream, by the way.
Crappy, and the diapers. I legit don't
like
think this
band.
is anyone I know either, because nobody knows really how to find this show that I know of. Or
I would hope you would spread the word a little bit more.
I know. I've said exactly what I'm doing, and but I say find it on YouTube, because Backchannel is a concept that I've yet to wrap my own head around, and a lot of I have many friends who don't have a smart device in their home to communicate with, like Crappy, and the diapers does. So
I want to give a shout out to Trisha, by the way. Trisha, thank you for joining us here from California. Also, Travis, producer Travis speaks in tongues. You didn't mention that.
Pretty sure that's
user.
Pretty sure that this is somebody just changing their name with.
I don't know,
frequency.
Travis. There's a big pro Travis contingent out there. So it wouldn't surprise me if everyone here is just like a Travis fan, like a part of the producer Travis fan club, because you are the best Chiron guy in the biz, and there's just a lot, a lot going on. So your fandom, it knows no bounds.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, whatever diaper-related people are hanging out with us, I appreciate you. Oh, and I love that someone joined the stream that is just like expletive deleted from Texas.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Sorry, my phone keeps locking itself. Let's see here.
That's great. All
fantastic.
Right. Travis, every day on the show, we talk about what's going on. What is a trending topic? I mean, I don't like, it's weird. I don't. Are we trendy? I think it's kind of like, it's weird to be, we're trendy, but we hit the trending topics. All right?
I don't think it's so much we are trendy. We are examining and following the trends of the day.
We are cultural sociologists, archaeologists.
News of the people.
Let's dive into the Twitterverse and wade into the Twitter sphere and see what is up as far as trending topics. All right. So, okay. So this isn't exactly like burning up the headlines, but I'm a huge movie fan. I'm a pop culture nerd and nut, right? So I saw that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was trending, and I I clicked on it. I wanted to see what was up. Oh, it said like people. It was a dangerous environment for Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the set, and here's the headline. It was rotten. It was putrid. How the Texas Chainsaw Massacre almost killed its cast. So that got my attention, and also because there was a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre film dropped on Netflix recently, and I'm thinking about watching that. I still haven't. I'm a horror fan as much as the next. I'm not a horror fanatic. I'm not like super like Fangoria and like blood and gore horror guy, but I enjoy it. I on occasion. And so I was reading this article, and then so let's go through it because it's interesting. But then there like a little like that was the A story, but then a little B story, like something like reared its head. By the way, before we dive in, what would Travis do for a stranger? Asks Grass Puddle, and I guess that asking like you wouldn't change their diaper. But how far would you go? So, Travis, you can think about that. Also, Grass Puddle works in the power industry. New power plant for Peru. Very cool. Grass Puddle, I appreciate you sharing a little bit about what brought you down there. Glad you're home. Debbie Butterfield is in the house. That's Travis's mom. Hi, guys. Just tuned in. I am a Travis fan. Travis is single. Okay, so your mom's putting it out there, Travis. FYI. FYI.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Sexy is in the chat, by the way. Oh, my goodness. Someone named Sexy says, what is up with Travis? And then Sexy said, the comment, let's die. Well, we all, Sexy, careful what you wish for, because it comes for all of us. Spoiler alert. That's life. Also, Hallelujah and the name of Ella joined the stream. Thank you for being here. Delilah in the house. What up? All right, let's take a look at this article, this thread on Twitter. So from Telegraph Film, I believe that is a British film journal, or maybe from the Telegraph. It was rotten. It was putrid. How the Texas Chainsaw Massacre almost killed its cast with blistering heat, extremely realistic props, crazed actors creating Tobe Hooper's horror classic was an endurance test like no other. Thread. Okay, almost 50 years ago on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is still terrifying, a simmering, stinking, sweltering abattoir of a horror experience. Who will survive and what will be left of them? Oh, there's a cool classic poster.
Okay,
Travis,
abattoir.
Yeah, what is
Okay.
abattoir?
I have no idea.
What
Let's
is?
find
I
out.
don't know that word. Yeah, if you want to search that.
It's one of those. Okay, copy out of there.
Are you able? And meanwhile, when you get the chance to scroll,
A slaughterhouse.
sir.
A slaughterhouse.
Oh, very nice, very nice. The Abattoir 5. I know you're a Vonnegut fan. All right. So intense that BBFC head James Furman effectively outlawed it for 25 years. He believed that no cuts could lessen its horrifying impact. So that's crazy. I guess that's like the British Film Commission. And the head of the British Film Commission outlawed Texas Chainsaw Massacre for 25 years. He believed that no cuts could lessen its horrifying impact. That's crazy. Actor Gunnar Hansen was banned from changing his costume. Gross. He'd been wearing it for a month, chasing sweaty 20-somethings around with chainsaws and hammers for 12 hours a day. I mean, that's just a weekend, a regular weekend for old Travis. Just kidding. Okay, so if you want to scroll up for a second, back to the deleted tweet right there. No. See where it says this tweet deleted by the tweet author? That's the interesting thing. So sorry to put him on blast, but I lived it, so I'm going to talk about it, okay? I was scrolling through this article, and they were talking about the impact of the film and what effect it had on the cast, the crew, and they were talking about the cinematographer. And the cinematographer of this film, his name is Daniel Pearl. Daniel Pearl. And does that name have any significance to you, Travis?
No.
Okay, Daniel Pearl is the journalist who was covering a story about Al-Qaeda in the early 2000s, and then he was beheaded by Al-Qaeda in a horrific video that Al-Qaeda then shared across the internet. A terrible story. The cinematographer of this film shares the same name with the journalist Daniel Pearl, and they, in this article, in this thread, they posted a picture of journalist Daniel Pearl and not the cinematographer Daniel Pearl. And I'm like, how do you make that mistake?
Yikes.
You are literally journalists. It's fact checking, a simple fact check. I mean, you know what? In their defense, maybe it's like some Gen Z, or like a millennial who doesn't recall that at the time. That it was a big story. Angelina Jolie made a movie about the guy's wife. Horrific, story. One of the a real touchstone of that period of post 9/11 and the conflict in the Middle East. And I don't know. I'm making too much of it. Probably this little mistake, but I'm just like, dude. But I think they deleted it because of me, maybe, because I retweeted it and I quote tweeted it, and I said, WTF. In this article about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they mentioned film cinematographer Daniel Pearl. Instead of posting pic of the cameraman, they posted a pic of slain journalist Daniel Pearl, who shares the same name. SMH,
Oh, no.
Shaking my head, do better.
Oh, no. You affected change there.
I put him on blast. I guess you could say I put him on blast, and guess what? Message received. And they deleted the tweet. So maybe I wasn't the only one. Maybe I wasn't the only person who's like, yo. Grass Puddle says, Hal got someone fired. I mean, you know, do your job halfway decent. Not even well. Not even well. Do it halfway decent. Right? Travis, what do you think? Did I go too far?
No. That's within your right. It's public. When it's public, you put it out there.
Yeah.
For everyone to criticize.
Grass Puddle, I hope no one got fired over this, but you know what? I mean, maybe people need to learn. You know what I've noticed, by the way, not to get on my I'm an old man, get off my lawn kind of, but like am thumbs up from Travis's mom. Very appreciated. I'm I've written a lot of stuff in my life. I spell check, do all the things necessary. I try to fact check once in a while at least. But I've screwed up. Oh, I've screwed up many a thing, or I've posted something before I've like heard confirmation or whatever. So I've been there. But when you're doing it for journalism's purposes, I find that it's taken a hit. It's taken a real hit. The quality of journalism, I'm just talking about like fake news aside, whatever. I think part of that is just a phrase popularized by Trump. Okay, don't get me started on the whole fake news thing, but simply the integrity of grammar, phrasing, and spelling. Like that has taken such a hit because there's so much more journalism now with blogs that blow up and become like just online portals and the news sources. It seems like there's so many more popping up everywhere as far as just online resources, and there's so many more grammatical and spelling errors. That's it. That's my soapbox about like literal quality of the writing, the factuality aside. So yeah, there you go. Travis, thank you. All right, let's move on. You know what? Let's keep going through that thread. See if there's anything more interesting there. Much of the ordeal. Actress Marilyn Burns playing Sally in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the lone survivor of the massacre and prototypical final girl, which is a trope used in horror films, was tied to a chair and forced to scream for hours upon hours. Yikes. Horror fans can pick at the bones of what Texas Chainsaw Massacre is really about: a harrowing spin on the family unit, political turmoil, the old versus young in Americana, or real-life murders that fed into it, writes Tom Forty. But Leatherface is back on Netflix for another massacre. All right, so Leatherface is back. There you go, everybody. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know what? Gather the family around and have a viewing party. Keeping in the movie stuff, Tobey Maguire and the Spidey cast are in the news for a couple of different things. They all got together after Spider-Man No Way Home. Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, they recreated the epic meme. There it is. Pretty close. They took the masks off so you can see their handsome actor faces. And that's some nice fan service right there. I'd call that a little fan service. But also, we got a little scuttlebutt from Tobey Maguire. He wouldn't say which, but after Spider-Man actor Tom Holland revealed one of his predecessors in the suit wore a padded behind. Oh, okay, so it's Tom Holland. I thought it was Tobey Maguire. Maybe it's Tobey Maguire. So Tom Holland revealed one of his predecessors in the Spider-Man suit wore a padded butt, and fans discuss whether it was Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield. I don't know. Tobey Maguire is a little stockier, so you figure he's got that butt. Andrew Garfield's a little lankier, but who knows? Maybe he's a little more athletic. Who got the butt? Who needed the fake butt? Is there any good discourse on this that is not too hot for Backchannel, Travis? Are you any? Listen, I am here for the Spider-Man butt talk.
Can't find anything about the butt specifically. It's just a lot of people being excited that three actors are hanging out next to each other wearing the same shirt. But let me see if I can dig through the trash here.
All right. Shout out to Honey who joined the stream. Shout out to Trisha, who said we got who's hanging out in the stream. Stacy says we're in the danger zone. I don't know. Is that because we're talking about spider butt? But Stacy also threw up some laughing emojis. Keeman is hanging out with us. Keeman, hello to you. Thank you for being here. Domino's Pizza and Pizza Hut joining the stream. Stop it. You're making me hungry. And producer Travis, you got another shout out in the stream. I'd spend the rest of the hour looking at spider butts, says Grass Puddle. Okay, which Spider-Man in No Way Home wore the fake butt, as Tom Holland claims? All right, so here's an article about it. Very nice. I'm not going to tell you who, but one of us has a fake ass in their suit. The revelation shocked Myers. He's on Seth Meyers, prompting Holland to challenge viewers to figure out which Spider-Man needed some extra cushioning. I remember being on set like, wow, oh, hang on a minute. Nah, that's not real, Holland added with a laugh. Okay, let's tackle this. All right, we are doing this, folks. Thank you. You know what? The internet, undefeated. The internet, undefeated. Here we go. All right, let's tackle this scientifically, but full disclosure, we're openly, purely from memory here because Maguire and Garfield's presence was kept so under wraps that there are very few screenshots of them in the movie, and the ones that do exist do nothing for our butt investigation. All right, Tobey Maguire, as the oldest Spider-Man, sorry, Tobey, with the most amount of time since his spandex days, there's a chance that Maguire could have been insecure about his spider butt, especially knowing that he'd be going against his old nemesis, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, whose ample backside has been an internet meme for years. That puts pressure on a man, okay? Oh, yeah. Green Goblin, I got that badonkadonk. Green Goblin working with that peach. Green Goblin got that peach cobbler, goblin cobbler. Hashtag goblin cobbler. Andrew Garfield. Maybe it's our hazy memory or the fact that Garfield never got the recognition he truly deserved as a pretty great... He was fine. But we seem to recall him sporting some significant cakes in No Way Home. Oh, bruh got them cakes on deck, huh? Bruh came from the bakery. Andrew Garfield came straight from the bakery to the set of No Way Home, sporting those cakes. At the time, they looked natural, but with this new information in the mix, we don't know what to believe anymore. Tom Holland, as an ancient proverb states, whoever smelt it, dealt it. We are suggesting that Holland lives for the thrill of wearing the padded butt and convincing others that actually it's his co-stars who needed the cheek enhancements. Maybe, just maybe. Wow. So we still don't know. We don't know. We may never know. Oh, wow. The mystery of Spider Butt. The mystery of Spider Butt. All right. Let's keep moving along with our trending topics. KFC. You know, we have done a lot of talking about snacks, about fast food places, and looking at the fast food, the Twitter accounts of fast food places. I think we've even looked at either KFC or Colonel Sanders. Here's and one thing we look for, one thing I like to look for in these corporate Twitter accounts is gaffes, mistakes, whoopsies, oopsies. Bad moves by their PR teams. Just like the one we found with Daniel Pearl before. So this is from the file of oopsies. A little question about KFC, if you want to bring this up. So there was a rumor floating around that KFC made just the racially insensitive, boneheaded move of posting pictures of fried chicken and relating that to Black History Month. Obviously, that's a really like low-hanging fruit kind of racist connotation, like associate fried chicken directly with Black History Month. And there was the rumor, this is from Snopes.com. says like, so people are asking, did this happen? Did this happen? Did KFC make the insensitive, tone deaf mistake of just associating Black History Month and people of color that closely with this racist stereotype of black people and fried chicken? Whereas what I will say about that is, I love fried chicken. Fried chicken is an everybody thing. Thank you. End of story. Don't get me started about my fried chicken cravings and my fried chicken sandwiches and my love of the Burger King Chiking. Maybe it's just a me problem. I judge people individually, and I'm an individual who I'm salivating right now. I'm like, I gotta pause the show because of my own personal fried chicken salivation, and I better be careful, otherwise I'm gonna start getting super hungry and then hangry. Back to this. So from Snopes.com, this rumor began going around in February 2021. Did KFC honor Black History Month with this tweet? Oh gosh. Mostly false. All right, and there's this tweet. I hear you, I see you, and I stand with you. And there's a piece of fried chicken just like looking at its own shadow or something. That's...
And this is sort of like there's like an overlay here, but the shadow is a black power fist, and it's pretty bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So let's scroll up for that. The claim: KFC's main Twitter account honored Black History Month using an image of fried chicken casting a shadow in the shape of the black wow. And the rating from Snopes.com, who they are here to debunk and mostly false. What's true, the image used in this fake tweet, which purported to have come from KFC's main corporate account, originated with a real controversy in which the Instagram account of KFC Trinidad and Tobago shared a graphic in honor of Emancipation Day, which commemorates the end of slavery in British colonies. However, KFC's corporate Twitter account did not post. All right, so it came from someone KFC related. Just bad optics all around. Tone deaf. Super racially insensitive. Yeah. So, all right. That's... Wow. You know, yeah, I feel like someone... I feel like someone just had to be dumb to post that. Like... Because if you're that malicious that you're going to try to do something like that racially insensitive, like, I mean, how do you... I feel like that has to be just a lack of awareness. Like, oh, this is kind of cool. Look, this is... a drumstick is shaped like a fist at the end of an arm. That would be cool, right? No, bad, dumb, bad work. So... Trinidad and Tobago, step your game up. There you go. Trinidad and Tobago KFC social media. Oh, are we talking about Trinidad and Tobago's KFC social media guy again? Step your game up. That's all I have to say about that. All right, moving on. Oh, this was an interesting, frightening, maybe look into the future. We said earlier when we were talking about this person who said just die on our Twitter, on our feed. Listen, not sad, just reality. Death will come for us all. And there was a Twitter feed that was discussing the brain activity of someone when they are dying, and it seemingly confirms that your life does pass before your eyes, like there's a recounting of your life. So let's take a peek at this. Brain activity of dying man suggests our lives really do flash before our eyes as we die. This comes from Daily Mail online. I believe this is a British publication. Neuroscientists recorded the brain activity of an 87-year-old man as he died from a heart attack. So I hope, like, for a second, I pictured there, this guy's like, help, help. And they're like, 1 second. Oh, look what his brain's doing there. Ah. And they just let him. I'm sure that's not what it was. It is the first time ever that scientists have recorded the activity of a dying human brain, according to the team. Okay. Brain waves at the time of death were similar to those occurring during memory retrieval. Interesting. This supports the life recall theory that our whole life flashes before our eyes as we die. That is, can we just get the good parts? I don't want to, I hope we don't have to relive, epic fails. Oh, here's that time you got in a car accident. Here's that time that you were, here's a montage of being turned down for dates, either in person or on social media. Here's when you let that ball go through your legs during the Little League baseball game. That happened to me. Interesting. Any other interesting tidbits from that article there, Travis, as you're looking through those tweets?
There's a lot of, it gets kind of technical quick with some, what we got here? EEG output, so electrical energy of the brain,
Gotcha.
And then some CT scans of what's happening during. But basically what it said, the last quote here is, these findings challenge our understanding of when exactly life ends and generate important subsequent questions, a neurosurgeon said, because they're saying that there was activity in the brain both during and after. And also, quote, something we may learn from this research is, although our loved ones have their eyes closed and are ready to leave us to rest, their brains may be replaying some of the nicest moments they experienced in their lives.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, one would hope. Who knows? Who knows what lies beyond? Who knows where the brain goes? What about the soul? Travis, what happens when you die? Where do we go?
I mean, I had 6 jokes just have a pile up in my head, and none of them came out. You ever have that happen? You have a 10-car pile up of punchlines?
Nope, it's always one perfect punchline. All right. One more thing that's trending that I saw that got my attention. We're in the middle of the Great Resignation, where people are saying, "Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more." And with good reason, oftentimes, for better or for worse. I think it's adding to a little bit of the supply chain issues. But additionally, people are taking the power back from a lot of corporate entities to some degree, which is a good thing. And but as people leave jobs, they're going to have to get jobs. And there was a list of some toxic traits. When you're on a job interview, here's a list of 6 things to be aware of potentially, so you can spot a toxic job or workplace. And it's yeah, I don't want to be in a toxic environment. Yeah, non-toxic, please. I'll take the non-toxic job. Thank you. I've definitely been in some in a couple of job situations that I think were a little toxic. I had a telemarketing job one summer in college where I'll say I felt like I was working. I felt like the place was run by the mafia. This is in North Jersey, Tony Soprano country, and I think these guys might have been. Listen, they were. Let's just say they were some good fellas. So, this is a list. Let's click on this article, Travis, and we'll walk through this list of some things to look for to potentially spot as far as toxic job, some toxic, some signifiers of a potentially toxic workplace. All right, let's scroll down to the first one. Okay, 1. Interviewers badmouth the person who had your job previously or the people you'll be working with. So bad-mouthing the person who had your job or people you'll be working with. Also, let me add, that is potentially an early red flag in relationships. If you are dating someone that is talking, listen, most of us have dated someone who's like maybe, a real pill, someone you would not like to deal with ever again. But early on, like when you start dating someone and someone starts like talking mad S about their previous relationships, previous boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, that can be a red flag. All right. How someone treats a person when they are not in the room says a lot about how they may treat you one day. One way to find out if this job could be a problem, is to ask what happened to the person who previously held your job. That's not bad. According to we're getting some good. You gotta file this away. What happened to the person who previously held your job? According to Donna Ballman. Donna, she's a ball man, a Florida-based employment attorney and author of Stand Up for Yourself Without Getting Fired, Resolve Workplace Crises Before You Quit, Get Axed or Sue the Bastard. What? Is that a book? If it is a book, it's the longest GD title. Can you click on that link for a second, Travis? What does this person do? Is that a book or an article or what? That's a book. That is too long. I mean, it is comically long. I guess maybe intentionally. Stand Up for Yourself Without Getting Fired. Okay. Thank you, Travis. Too long. Too long, the name of that book. So she goes on to say, Ms. Ballman, if they badmouth the person or hem and haw, that's probably a bad sign. If they badmouth current employees, run, Ballman told HuffPost. If you're going to supervise employees, find out how many are on the team, how they are performing, and ask questions about their duties. If they badmouth your team, get out of there. Research chair E. Kevin Kellaway. What's up, E. Kevin? Hey, did you get that email from E. Kevin? Hey, E. Kevin, are you into e-commerce? Hey, yeah. Research chair in occupational health therapy at St. Mary's University said ostracism is a sign of a toxic workplace that you can watch out for during the interview process. All right, let's go to the next. The next thing. There's six things to look for that might be a sign of a toxic workplace. The hiring manager doesn't want you to talk to anyone else on the team. Oh yeah. Also, that could be a sign of a troubled household. Like if your neighbor doesn't want you to talk, like, yeah, no, you cannot talk to my wife or children. In a healthy work environment, employees are free to be honest about what it's like to work there. But in a toxic workplace, bosses tightly control how employees communicate, even to potential new hires. All right, so something to look for there. Won't let you talk to anyone else on the team. Yeah. Ask to talk to folks. Go around. Shake hands. Next, please, Travis. 6 tips. Number 3. Interviewers refuse to admit to any of the company's shortcomings. No job is perfect, but in a toxic workplace, managers are unwilling to acknowledge any areas of improvement for their team or the company. If your interviewers are unwilling to be honest about any weaknesses of the team or organization, red flag, baby. A healthy workplace has enough psychological safety that it's okay to be vulnerable. All right. Yeah. If the workplace isn't admitting to having some shortcomings. But then what if they admit too much? You got to strike a balance there, I guess. Like, as coming from the employer's perspective, a little bit of disclosure would be great, but yeah, not too much. You don't want to make your place look undesirable. So sorry to take the corporate side there. Number 4, the way they talk about success is cutthroat. So yeah, if they're like, if you want to get to the top, you're going to have to step on necks. You're going to have to just climb over people. Oh, yeah. That is, yeah, like you are going to, whatever you do, you're going to have to cut and fight and spit on people in order to get ahead here. And if you do, it'll be worth it. Like, yeah. Manuela Priestmuth, a management professor at Villanova University who researches toxic workplaces, pointed out that since recruiters tend to paint a more positive picture of the company, the clues of toxicity are likely to be subtle. That's why. See, there's Travis. Can you come in here for a sec?
Eh?
There's a little grammar error right there in the article. Can you bring the article back up?
Yeah, sure.
The clues of toxicity are likely too subtle. Is it likely to be subtle or likely to TOO subtle? I don't know. I don't know if you can see my. Can you see my cursor going back and forth here?
No, but I see what you're talking about.
Okay.
That just looks like a spelling error. They forgot the second O on that.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It got published. It got past the the gatekeepers here.
Yeah.
I am just railing against bad grammar and spelling today. That makes it if it's your job to write, do it right.
Especially
thank you.
Especially defining words and sentences like that.
Yeah.
Like if we were missing the E in likely, your brain could be like, all right, whatever, moving on.
No, not moving on. That's what spell check's for. Travis, you're being a little too lenient with these people, and I don't know how I feel about it, Travis. Well, I do know how I feel about it. I would not give him a pass. All right?
That's why I don't run HuffPost.
Travis, don't go handing out golden tickets to people who don't deserve them. Whatever that means. All right. So the way they talk about success is cutthroat. Travis. All right. Number 5, please. That was they wrote a lot about that last one. All right. 5, recruiters are cagey about employment agreements you will need to sign when you start. Yeah, they're real cagey. They don't want, they're coy about it. They don't want to tell you what's up. They don't want to give you the straight poop. Yeah, like give us the info. Give us the deets on this employment agreement, right? Thank you. All right, and let's see the last one. Last one here. Everyone who works there seems like they're in a terrible mood. Oh, yeah. Like, guess what? That's what you're signing up for. Bad morale. Bad morale. And you know what? You could be in a better mood if you think positively. Be the change. Manifest your good mood. But that can be tough if you're working in a real crappy place. One of the more subtle hints of a toxic workplace is the vibe. Vibe check. Ballman recommended closely observing how staff members interact with each other. I mean, a lot of times you don't get that opportunity. Like if you're going for a job interview in an office, it's not like, I guess you can ask to get like more of a tour and just like hang out and observe. So, but you don't always have the opportunity because like job interviews I've been on in the past, it's like you're in a waiting room, then you're taken to an office, and then you leave that office and then leave the building. So, but if you can get a chance to see if people look happy or unhappy, but there you go. There are some signs of a toxic workplace. I hope you're not in a toxic workplace. I hope you don't end up in a toxic workplace. If you do, oh, God bless you. Wish you luck. Hope everybody, Hope everybody gets their dream job. All right. There you go. It is 12:01 here on the West Coast in the home office, Los Angeles, California, of the Your Pal Hal show. And we are going to be taking you up till 1 o'clock. It is 3:02 on the East Coast, and we'll be taking you up till 4 o'clock, 2:02 in Omaha, Nebraska, where we're taking you up to 3 o'clock, and 8:02 in London, England, where we will be taking you up till 9 p.m. All right, so every day on the Your Pal Hal show, we explore either a Twitter account, a hashtag, or a trending topic, do a little bit of a deep dive. And today, no different. We're going to do a deep dive into the Twitter account that belongs to the master of horror, Stephen King. Yes, he's written all the stories and the books, and he's got a massive Twitter following. There he is, Stephen King, author. Yeah, one word. That's what defines him. He is an author. He's written it all. Like the amount of adaptations of this man's worth, and not just the movies, but that are based on his novels, but the novellas or just the ideas, that it's a lot more than you think. Because like there are a lot of like, oh, big, like his name above the title, Stephen King's, It, Carrie, Cujo, it goes on and on and on. But there's so many. The amount is ridiculous. So let's take a look. He has a robust 6.5 million Twitter followers. And go ahead and bring that up, please, Travis. 6.5 million. And there we go. There he is, the master of horror himself. All right, Travis, let's take a peek. All right, there's a retweet. Grab your first edition copy now before they're all gone. Stephen King and Richard Chismar invite you back to Castle Rock and Derry, Maine. Oh, I am one of the 6.5 million grass puddle. I absolutely do follow Stephen King. All right, so this seems to be an ad for like either a new book or a new show. Oh, in bookstores everywhere. Wendy's Final Task. Gwendy's Final Task. Okay, there you go. All right. So one thing I like about Stephen King, not afraid to speak his mind and get political. So here he is. He says, Mr. Putin has made a serious miscalculation. He forgot he's no longer dealing with Trump. And, I'll say this, first off, yeah, Vladimir Putin is like grossly in the wrong here for, invading a sovereign nation. But yeah, whatever you want to say about Biden, he's not the patsy that Trump would be. Trump would be like, right this way, Mr. Putin. Listen, not if you want go and invade do an invasion, send your troops. I don't see any wrong with Putin. Listen, I like Putin. He's strong. I want to be his friend. Can I be a friend, Mr. Putin? Listen, I know I do a very bad Trump impression. That was barely an attempt. But yeah, so whatever you want to say about Biden, he's not the Russian puppet that Trump was. So there you go. Scrolling. Stephen King fairy tale. Okay, there's a promotion. Listen, the guy's always writing. Stephen King wrote a great book, by the way, on writing. Stephen King on writing. It's good stuff. And this is because the sword. It's coming from the right guy. Stephen King, a prolific writer. So a lot of good thoughts on writing from Stephen King. Stephen King, No Second Chances by Rio Ewers, published today. If you get it, you won't be disappointed. It's a thrill ride. There you go. Promoting other literature. Happy birthday to Jason Blum from Blumhouse Pictures. And Stephen King wishing him a happy birthday. There's Jason Blum on a beach. Looks lovely. Here, this Richard Chismar, getting a lot of run on Stephen King. CD packing crew working overtime this weekend to keep the daily shipments heading out. So this is the book, or maybe book on tape, or whatever that Stephen King was promoting. Great. Here's more political stuff. Although Hillary Clinton lost by similar close margins in battleground states, there was no whining and no claims of rigged elections. In fact, the Trumpers liked it just fine. No complaints. That's a great point. Janet Maslin, did Stephen King ask to be a part of this ad campaign? Seems unlikely. No, I did not ask, nor was I asked. Oh, do you want to click on that? Excuse me. So, hard to believe there was ever a world leader as dumb as Donald Trump. Can't spell, can't read, has never managed anything approaching an original thought. His brain is like a radio playing at top volume, but between stations. Okay, so Stephen King was pulled in. So, as I said, politically outspoken, and I admire him for being as vocal, because you lose fans, you lose book sales. But he was speaking about what he believed was right. And Janet Maslin, I believe she's a writer for the. I believe Janet Maslin is a writer for the New York Times, but I'm not certain. She said, was Stephen King, did he ask to be or agree to be a part of that was from a political group, Occupy Democrats, that just used his quote. So, yeah, you should ask someone, get their approval before they just use it. But, hey, we're bringing him into our show, and we didn't ask him for approval. So, whatevs. Go ahead, Twitter, waste my day. More from Stephen King. Some really awful crap currently on Turner Classic Movies. The dialogue alone is enough to make strong men and women cry. The King's Thief, 1955. All right, let's scroll past that tweet, please, Travis. All right. This explains a lot. Today, I am remembering the great Rush Limbaugh. Yikes. Rush inspired me at a young age, planting in my heart a passion for politics. We miss you, Rush. That comes from the horrendous Kayleigh McEnany, formerly one of the paid liars for the Trump White House. Stephen King said, that explains a lot. Yeah, Rush Limbaugh was one of the most divisive voices in politics, and racist on many occasions. Rush Limbaugh, just a nightmare human, and world's better off without him. Stephen King, criticizing Kayleigh McEnany right there. Stephen King retweeting Joe Biden. So, yeah, a lot of political discourse, a little less horror, just talking about the horrors of the current political situation. Stephen King here. So, there you go. This was a look at the Twitter account that belongs to Stephen King. Yeah, very political voice. Polarizing. A scary Stephen King, the master of horror, has chosen to examine the horrors of the political landscape. It's 12:11. That was our Twitter account deep dive into the Twitter account of Stephen King. All right, coming up, we've got a lot more fun. And Stephen King, you know, he's responsible for many of the stories, many of the movies, TV shows that we explore, that we know, that are beloved. And you know what? Maybe sometime we'll talk about them during our segment called Recs and Reviews. But today, we're going to talk about some other stuff on Recs and Reviews. That's right. We watched a thing. We talk about the thing. Recs, reviews, previews too. Let's talk about movies and shows. Okay, great. Producer Travis, best Chiron guy in the biz. All right. So first off, I might have talked about this show before right here, or this film, but if we did, it bears repeating. It bears repeating. So I watched a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last week, the film, the Oscar nominated film Spencer, because it's now available to watch on Hulu. This film stars Kristen Stewart playing Lady Diana Spencer, and I really enjoyed this film. But it's a polarizing movie, as you can see from the tomato meter readings there. 83% positive, 52 that's the critical response. The audience score only 52%. But the reason why I like this film, from director Pablo Larraín, who also directed Jackie, a similar story about a solitary woman going through all the feels and emotions about Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. He, not to really co-opt some millennial speak, but this film is a whole mood, y'all. He creates a real feeling in this story about Princess Diana. So it's a very concentrated, focused moment, this movie is. He tells the story of Princess Diana over the course of a long weekend where the royal family retires to a country estate for their annual Christmas getaway. And so they are in basically the middle of nowhere in a giant country, beautiful, think Downton Abbey, if you're familiar. It's, or like Buckingham Palace, but instead of being in the middle of the city, it's like in like fields. It's in like the countryside. And it really shines light on how alone and kind of ostracized and yet still under the microscope Lady Diana, Princess Diana, felt in this world. And it was kind of nightmarish for her because the press, the paparazzi, I mean, think about how this is like a precursor. I mean, this film really signifies like what led to her death in that crash in the tunnel, being hounded and chased by paparazzi and her driver trying to get away. The amount of pressure put on her by the press, the royal family, it led to some real feelings of isolation, loneliness, and grief and anxiety from Lady Diana and Princess Di. And Kristen Stewart's performance is great. The filmmaking, the cinematography is beautiful to look at. And like I said, it does create an entire mood. You feel there's this dour kind of cloud hanging over the whole thing. And listen, it's not a fun, happy story. It's a little long. There isn't a lot of like bombastic stuff happening, but the performance and the feeling permeates the film. And I think it's exactly what it was trying to be. It's not a happy story. It's a sad, kind of dour story. And the moments are really punctuated. And additionally, the soundtrack is excellent. Like, so the cinematography, the soundtrack, and the main performance make this an experience worth watching. I would say, give it a watch, immerse yourself in the feelings of this movie, and you're going to enjoy it. Listen, if you don't like a slowly paced, a little bit more, a film that just wants to express feelings and explore the depths of human experience, then maybe it's not for you. I absolutely see how it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I enjoyed it. Let's go ahead. I see Travis is bringing up some of the critical thoughts. Let's see what some of the critics had to say. And not everyone liked it. This is from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. In a breathless, headlong way, Stewart does a credible job, but she's perched on the edge of hysteria throughout, and the upbeat ending fails to alter the impression that she and Lorraine have delivered in a one-dimensional portrait of a victim. So you could say that, like, she's at her lowest ebb in this portrayal of Lady Diana, Princess Diana. It was like, I'm sure she's had happier times in her life, and there are some ups and downs. She had happy moments in this film when relating to her children. But yeah, overall, it's a really dour, sad journey. And they say the ending does a disservice. Crooked Marquee, Jason Bailey from Crooked Marquee says, Stewart was an unlikely choice, but it's now clear, ingenious choice for the role. She's going through such a period of pronounced anguish that the wrong kind of actor would have played the whole thing as overwrought and ruined it. Great. Next critic, Grace Lavery, says, by exhuming Dynasty Di from her saintly casket, Lorraine and Stewart have done the world a great favor. And so mostly positive reviews for this film, as we see 83% by the critics, but it is a little bit slow, and it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but worth watching. If you want to watch the Oscar contenders, Kristen Stewart is nominated for Best Actress, and I think with good reason. I really enjoyed this film. It spoke to me. Like, if you watch the movie, you're going to be immersing yourself in like 2 hours of sadness. And that's like what? No thanks. A lot of people are like, huh? No thanks. But sometimes, what's the job? Here's a big, dumb, highfalutin question. What's the job of art? What is the job? What is a film for? Some say movies are just for escapism. Movies is just like, distract me for a couple hours. This movie, it'll distract you for a couple hours, but it's pulling you into sadness. And it's not a happy picture. So there you go. I think it's absolutely worth watching. I enjoyed it. That is Spencer. That is Spencer, directed by Pablo Larraín, starring Kristen Stewart. One other film I want to talk about. Now, whole other ball of wax here. Cop Shop. By the way, Spencer, you can watch it on Hulu right now. You watch it on Hulu. Cop Shop is a little action movie from last year, just popped up on Peacock, starring Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo. And can you scroll down to the actors? There's one more actor who I wanted to mention among others. Alexis Louder, gotta mention her. She kicks. And Toby Huss. So it's a cast of mostly character actors. Gerard Butler, Frank Grillo are the most well-known. Alexis Louder and Toby Huss are fantastic. This is a taut little action movie that takes place inside a police station where a a guy who has a price on his head from the mob and a hitman get locked up together, and there's some stuff goes down. This police station becomes under siege. Think about like the scene in Terminator where like Arnold Schwarzenegger drives his car into the police station, or think about a film called Assault on Precinct 13. This is an action movie with a lot of grizzled, like these grizzled action stars like Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo. They're not young, okay? So they are grizzled, like, and they are from sort of like a bygone era of action. Joe Carnahan, the director of this film, he takes us back. He kind of has like a 1990s, 1980s feel when it comes to the way he does action. Very much like Shane Black, if you think about him. Some of Joe Carnahan's films: Boss Level, Cop Shop, The Gray with Liam Neeson, Smokin' Aces. Yeah, so he brings just like a gritty feeling action style to how he does business. He directed the A-Team movie, Narc, so a little hit and miss on some of his stuff. But this movie, it doesn't try to be too much, and the action is fantastic. It's riveting. And so this hitman is locked up with this guy who double-crossed the mob, and he's got a price on his head, and it's his job to kind of take this guy out. And for the next, like, hour and a half, 2 hours, this police station is just under attack, and people are like, there's a lot of like hiding, shooting, double-crossing, and the action is fantastic. And the characters, like, the thing that sets this apart from like a lot of other action movies, the dialogue is funny. The characters get to have fun, chew the scenery. Like Alexis Louder, she is fantastic in this. And then Toby Huss, he's a maniac. And you probably recognize Toby Huss from like a lot of comedy stuff, but also he's all over television. I'm sure you recognize, he's got like a very familiar face. Toby Huss plays this maniac hitman who shows up carrying a balloon delivery to the police station, and he just goes berserk. And it's so much fun to watch. So if you like throwback, gory, bloody action movies with just a lot of gunplay, and where it seems when they were making this movie, they were having a really good time. A lot of creative, this is going to sound weird, a lot of creative violence in this movie. And it's kind of a turn your brain off, enjoy the hell out of it action movie. Gustavo Martinez, who's hanging out with us, thank you for being here, Gustavo, says Cop Shop is great. Toby Huss is insane. If you want to bring up the tomato meter here, Travis, so we can take a look at that. All right, so this film, good ratings from critics and the audience score alike. 82% certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, y'all, and 74% audience score. Yeah, listen, it's not a life-changing movie, but if you have Peacock, it's available on Peacock. There are far worse ways to spend hour and a half, 2 hours. And let's see what a couple of the critics have to say. By the way, I want to give a shout out to my mom, Deborah Rudnick, in the house. My mom, kicking butt, just went for a 2-mile walk. Love it. Stay active, everybody. Stay active. As my mom likes to say, use it or lose it. Am I right? All right, let's take a look at some of these reviews for Cop Shop. I'm getting to enjoy Gerard Butler more on screen than ever before. I don't think this is great, but there are bits that worked well. Not terrific, not terrible, but interesting. All right, yeah. I mean, it's not going to change your life, but it is it's a good time. Houston Chronicle says Alexis Louder is absolutely magnetic in Cop Shop. Yeah, she's this woman who plays the police officer who's trying to wrangle the situation while all hell breaks loose and the crap hits the fan as this police station is under siege. Absolutely magnetic in Cop Shop. Alexis Louder, an energetically entertaining B-movie joyride through the visuals, music, and blood-splattered plots of 70s crime films with a detour through the American Western for good measure. Yeah, that's a really positive review for this film. It's among the best Tarantino-influenced thrillers to have made it into theaters in the last quarter century. Yeah, you can absolutely see the impact of Quentin Tarantino on this film. And then one of my places to get reviews from, RogerEbert.com. The critic Glenn Kenny says, if the idea of a cage match between Grillo and Butler that's set in mostly separate cages until it isn't sounds like a guy movie heaven to you, ascend at will. Yeah, it is a little bit of a guy movie, but like Alexis Louder, like she's a super kick-ass lady, very positive, good stuff. Here's Owen Gleiberman, who appeared on the show with our friend Rob Malazzo. Cop Shop is a processed slice of genre meatloaf with the gravy occasionally dribbled in ornate patterns. It's junky and synthetic, but it fills you up. There you go. There you go. Cop Shop. If you want a good action film, Cop Shop will do the job. It's available now on Peacock. That was some Recs and Reviews. Recs and Reviews. Hey, Travis, do you want to pop in and do a little station ID here and let people know how they can communicate with us?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Travis. I'm going to step away for a moment. I will be right back.
I said yes, but I really don't know how to do this. I'm kidding. You're here with me, producer Travis, and your Pal Hal on the Your Pal Hal show on Backchannel. How do you watch this? Well, if you're hearing this, good job, you did it. But if you want to tell a friend, they can find us on YouTube, the Backchannel YouTube channel. Search Backchannel TV in YouTube. They can also go to backchannel.tv. Or, most importantly, if you have a smart device, you can say, hey, smart device, whatever its name is, open Backchannel. And then, there we are, 11 to 1 p.m. PST every day. And then to communicate with us so we can start this conversation, get the juices flowing, use the magic word say, and then say whatever you want. We'll get it in the chat, and we can respond. We get to use our mouths, which is cool. I mean, so do you, because it listens to you and then translates it into text, but, you know. Fortunately, we don't get to hear your dulcet tones. But yeah, go to backchannel.tv and leave a review as well. And, you know, then we're off and running. We're having a good time. Wow. I didn't think I was going to get through that by the time Hal got back. So I might as well.
Thank you, Travis.
Never mind.
All right. I appreciate Travis, and I appreciate y'all being here. Good times. And you know, I speak often of the fact that we love snacks here on the Your Pal Hal show. We're a very snack-friendly zone. We are snack-forward. We are a safe place to talk about snacks. And I found a snack-related article, listicle thing to talk about that really piqued my interest because I was looking through my phone and I got like an update of like some old pictures, or like sometimes my phone like says, oh, here are pictures you took from this date several years ago. I was scrolling through something and I saw a picture I took of 2 bags of potato chips next to each other at 7-Eleven. I was at 7-Eleven and there was turkey and gravy flavored chips and pumpkin pie flavored chips. And like I put them next to each other and took like, got my Thanksgiving all set. Turkey, like Pumpkin pie, okay, maybe like the sweet and salty, sweet and savory. I might think that, but turkey and gravy just sounds overwhelming. I don't know. The jury is out. Like, I did not try these chips. I'm not in the business of trying to, like, every once in a while, maybe. But like, yeah, it just looked so unappetizing on the bag. So I was thinking about it, and I found this list of weird potato chip flavors. That's right. We are going to, and I want to hear from you. I want to know if you think these flavors of chips are gross or do they look delicious? What do you think? By the way, I want to give a shout out to Sky, who just joined the stream. Sky, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out right here on the Your Pal Hal show. So we are going to go through the 20 weirdest potato chip flavors to ever exist. All right? Let me know what you think. Is this one that you'd want to try, or does this sound incredibly gross? Grass Puddle says the weirder, the better. All right. Travis, if you make this slightly larger, and let's scroll through and see what we're working with. Rob Schaefer, Rob, great to see you here. I try every new flavor of potato chip. Who makes the turkey one? I will try them. Nice. That was it. It was literally 7-Eleven brand. 7-Eleven brand potato chips. So yeah, if that helps, wish you luck. Wish you luck on that quest. Let us know. Circle back with us, Rob. All right. So for many people, no packaged snack can beat a classic potato chip with just the right amount of salt and grease, the perfect crunch. Chips can be one of the most delicious takes on potatoes. If you're one to venture outside the original flavor profile, chances are high that you're a sour cream and onion fan, salt and vinegar, maybe a cheesy chip devotee, but there are way more adventurous potato chip flavors. All right, we're going to take a look at some of them right now. Let's scroll. What do we got? First up, numero uno. Okay, so we talked about sweet and salty. Pringles cinnamon and sugar potato crisps. So those are crisp. Like, are those like... Oh no, those are just they're Pringles. Crisps is just the British term for. By the way, this article is coming from. Scroll back to the top, please, Travis, or can you chime in and tell me? Eat this, not that. This is from Eat This, Not That. Great. So cinnamon and that sounds cloyingly sweet. Like, I don't want to, like, that sounds like too sweet. Pringles cinnamon and sugar potato crisps. Yeah, that sounds too sweet. That sounds like it's going to overwhelm my palate with sugar. And I'm definitely more of a savory guy, so that's not for me. Travis, you want to come in for a sec?
Yeah.
Are you a potato chip person?
Yeah.
All right. What are you thinking on this? Are you for it or against it on this
Hard
Pringles
pass.
cinnamon?
I don't want it.
Yeah. Rob Schaefer says they can't call Pringles potato chips because they're made from dehydrated potatoes. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
right.
Rob Schaefer coming in with the facts and the details. Thank you. By the way, Maya just joined the party. Maya, thanks for hanging out right here on the Your Pal Hal show. We're looking at weird potato chip flavors right now. All right, let's keep scrolling. Yeah, this one's not for me. This one's not for me. Walker's barbecue pulled pork crisps. Barbecue pulled pork. I try it because I like, I like bacon. I like pork rinds, which is an acquired taste, and the barbecue flavor. I love barbecue chips, so I'd give this a try. Where are you walking? Where are you walking on this Walker's barbecue chip, Travis?
I'm with you. I'd try it, but in general, things that are chips that claim to be a whole meal or like a main, I'm like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, I don't think a chip couldn't be a main course.
No, I mean that it's like, oh, it's just like barbecue pulled pork. It's like, I don't believe you.
Yeah. Rob Schaefer said, "I've had the pulled pork chips. They're great." All right,
All right, there you
Rob
go.
Schaefer. Yeah, please let us know if these chips catch your fancy, or you'd rather toss them in the trash. Scrolling. Lay's Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle Potato Chips. This sounds pretty good to me. It's like very intriguing. It could go either way, but that's a complicated flavor profile. I'm interested, Travis. Travis, where do you stand?
Hate pickles. Nothing about this.
All right, bye for you. I'm giving it a shot. The Utz Crab Chip. Okay, this. Oh, Rob Schaefer also hates pickles. This crab chip
Alright.
is weird. Like, I think there might be something about it that, like, it depends how fishy it is. I'd have to open the bag and take a whiff first. Travis?
No, thank you.
Okay, so it's like Chesapeake Bay crab seasoning. So that's like Old Bay seasoning, like that Old Bay that you sprinkle on like some seafood or stuff.
Yeah, it has that aesthetic for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not gonna completely dismiss this. And this person says, having been born in Maryland, I actually love crab chips, but I can't understand why they would seem odd to anyone from outside the state. Chesapeake Bay crab seasoning. I'd try it. Walker's roast chicken crisps. So there you don't have the barbecue to like kind of be the barrier between the meat. It's just roast chicken. That sounds like completely artificial and gross to me. This one.
Yeah,
Simply roast chicken.
it has chicken in it, like it says here, with free range chicken from Like, again, the people in the UK and their food just weef. Hoy yay.
Here's another one that that's not really tickling my palate interests. Pringles flame grilled steak chips. Don't need it. Don't want it. That's a no from me, dog. Travis?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, any meat chip, I'm sorry. No, I don't want it.
Yeah, and plus, like, you need like the pulled pork. If it didn't have barbecue in the name, then I would be out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another meat-based chip that like, I'm a little off-put.
Oh boy.
Rob Schaefer says he would try the steak chip. Sounds interesting. Sloppy Joe. Yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna get me think about how artificial it is. Like, cause it's like there's no. Yeah, it's just there's something off-putting about the disembodied meat flavors.
Yeah. No.
You're out on the Sloppy Joe.
Yeah. Any meat chip, and just like this. God, I haven't had a single winner here. This is making me.
Prawn cocktail. Rob Schaefer would try the Sloppy Joe chip if he played the Adam Sandler song while eating them. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, the lunch lady song. Yes. Good pull, Rob Schaefer. The prawn cocktail. They could have had a tie-in with the movie District 9, because the derogatory term for the aliens in District 9 were prawns. But yeah, so this is essentially a shrimp cocktail chip. That sounds gross. That sounds only fishy flavored and just off-putting. Grass Puddle says yes, prawns. Yes, prawns. And I once had a very disturbing experience. Someone I worked with gifted me some not beef jerky or venison jerky or turkey jerky or anything. Marlin jerky.
Weird.
It was jerky made from fish, and I was not prepared for this, and I was just like I enjoy fish, but I don't like my fish too fishy, if that makes sense. And marlin jerky was fishy as all get out. Like I was like, just think of like opening the bag and it's just like fish, like the dumpster behind a sushi restaurant, and then the marlin jerky. Yeah, not good. Rob Schaefer says these are very popular in Asian countries. I've tried them. Not my favorite. Yeah, although I have had the puffy shrimp chip, now that I think of it. And not as bad as it sounds. Dogs love fish jerky, says Grass Puddle. Yeah, the person who gave them to me was of Asian descent, and I know like that flavor profile definitely more popular in other countries. So yeah, respect. Listen, my palate, I still got this dumb American palate, and I've evolved to enjoy some stuff, but some stuff, yeah, it's just it ain't my thing. So there you go. Let's on to the next here. Travis, what do we got?
Now this I can get behind.
What is that?
Oregano.
Piam oregano. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Sounds great.
I'd take that for a spin.
This
Sure.
is actually something I'll do. If I get just plain like salt chips, I'll take the Trader Joe's 21 Seasonings Salute, which is a saltless, like kind of mishmash of seasonings, and just kind of shake that in the bag, and it's just like, I mean, a lot of it just kind of tastes like oregano.
Oh,
it's great.
Life hack. There's a little flavor hack from Travis.
This comes from Greece here.
Gotcha. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Next up, Lay's Nori Seaweed flavor chips. Interesting. See, I enjoy seaweed. I'm a big sushi enthusiast, but I prefer like rice paper to seaweed. I'm not sure, but I have eaten dried seaweed. I'd try it. Not tripping over myself and climbing over people to try it, but I would try it. My mom says she loves potato chips. Very good. Yeah, me too. I'm an avid chip head. Travis.
Yes.
You're going into 7-Eleven for a quick pit stop. You're going to buy a bag of potato chips. What do you buy?
This happened to me literally last night. 7-Eleven is our across the street neighbor. Their selection can be kind of if they've got the kettle chips, I'll go for just the sea salt, just the brown bag.
Yeah. Yep.
That's kind of my go-to, and I'm not opposed to some baked Lays now and then.
Oh yeah, baked Lay's a little bit of a healthier choice for sure. Yeah, I'll probably go if I was going to straight up get a pair of potato chips, a bag of potato chips. I'd go if I was going to pair just two chips, please.
Buy the two.
Yeah, I would probably barbecue chips or sea salt and vinegar. Salt and vinegar.
You know, I was spoiled for years at Trader Joe's. They have the salt and vinegar and the yellow pack, the kettle chips, and they have just been not there for like 2 months, and it's like a piece of my soul is missing. You know, my whole snack ecosystem has been thrown off. Like I didn't realize they were going to go extinct if that's what's happened. And I can't find a salt and vinegar chip that steps to it. Even the kettle chips, which is good, I'm like, I like that one.
Oh, yeah. Trader Joe's does that sometimes. Sometimes they yank a product. And Yep. Rob Schaefer is down to try the Nori chips.
I don't like seaweed, but I do respect it. It's like, yeah, right on.
Travis has all the great snack places near him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Westchester has no culture, but it does have a McDonald's that's my neighbor and a 7-Eleven that's my neighbor.
There you go. You won't go hungry, and there are affordable options nearby. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Let's see.
Pringles ketchup potato chips. You know, I no thanks. that's ketchup. I'd try it, but I'm not gonna like it. I feel
Yeah.
like ketchup needs more. Like ketchup is, yeah. I don't love ketchup, but I like it on certain things. I'm a real purist. Either burger or fries. That's it. I guess chips have a kind of a fry profile, though. The potato based.
It's one of those. It's like cousins, but sometimes you
Yeah.
just don't. Yeah, I would try one, but beef.
I'd try one, but it
Yeah.
sounds like too. It sounds like just like too sweet and off-putting, and just ketchup by itself.
Of
I'm
course,
not a fan.
this is a Canada concoction. This is a very Canadian thing.
Oh, Rob Schaefer saying it's very Midwest. People dip
Oh.
chips in ketchup all the time. Very
I've
cool.
done that before at a
Hot
barbecue.
hot chili squid potato chips.
Holy wow.
That sounds kind of interesting to me. Because the hot chili, and then maybe if the squid is subtle enough, like that we were talking about those shrimp chips, if it's subtle, I'm in. If I open the bag and get punched in the face by fish smell, I'm out. All right?
Yeah, that's eesh. Oof.
Kettle brand maple bacon potato chips. I'm not going to lie, this sounds kind of good.
I've seen these and I haven't been able to work up the gumption to try them.
Yeah, yeah, these sound kind of good. I would try this. I would just because I like that flavor profile so much. So they
Kettle
got me
has
with that one.
to me, they have a way of like having these kind of wild flavor concepts, but I feel like they use that as a front to just make something that tastes like it, but is good. Like their Korean barbecue chips, they don't taste like Korean barbecue, but they're just really good.
Right on. Rob Schaefer saying he would eat the heck out of chili squid chips. Cannot assume they would be subtle. Yeah, I hear you, but I hope it's like it's like way more hot and like a little less squid. But yeah, Lay's cucumber flavor potato chips. This seems like just so. How do they? How do you? How? Like how do you get that? Because cucumber is such. It's got a delicate flavor profile to me that does not exactly jive with the salt of the potato chip. Rob Schaefer's had the maple bacon, devoured the bag, and haven't been able to find them since. Damn. All right, Rob Schaefer, adding to his long resume. Quite a chip enthusiast. Quite a chip enthusiast. I appreciate that, Rob. I'd try the Lay's cucumber flavor, but I would really temper my expectations. Pringles Texas barbecue chips. Yeah, that just sounds fine. That doesn't even
Sure.
sound very wild. Although that skewer adds a little pizzazz to it. Lay's heading towards the end of the show here. What is this? I'm being
Sweet
blocked
basil.
by
It's
the
another,
logo.
It's another Thai offering.
There we go. All right. Sweet basil potato chips, a Thai offering. Interesting. I'm thrown off by the sweet. So this so this is not an immediate no, but I'm treading very lightly here. All right, very lightly. Barbecue sausage and onion, the next one from Pringles. This actually
Wild.
sounds kind of good because like onion, like sour cream and onion is like a classic. I will buy those as well if I'm at a 7-Eleven. Like every once in a while, I might get a wild hair for a sour cream and onion, and then the barbecue. It's like barbecue meets sour cream and onion basically, and that's good. Are they good together? Don't know. Pringles, you so crazy. All right, next. Lay's baked scallop with butter and garlic.
No.
That's so much.
Thailand
so
is
much.
coming in hot with these flavors.
Yeah, I mean it's a heavy fish profile in like so much of the Asian cuisine, and then and it translates over to their snacks as well. Scroll down again. Let me see the name of the baked scallop with butter and garlic. That butter and garlic is very attractive, though. Very
yeah,
attractive.
but I like butter and garlic without scallops. Like,
Yeah, again, the fish profile would have to be tempered. It any of these, like if I say I'm gonna try it and it's like I get kicked in the nose by the fish smell when I open the bag, I might have to bail. I might have to bail. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's see what number 19 is. Number 19 on our list of 20 weird potato chip flavors. Pringles pizza potato chips. Huh.
yeah. Eesh.
I'd try it. Listen. I wouldn't kick Pringles out of bed for bringing the pizza, but again, it sounds like it's so busy. Pizza, like there's cheese, tomato sauce, crust, toppings, or and then oregano and other spices. Yeah, I could imagine this being very bad. I could imagine this being bad. Rob Schaefer would be all over the sausage and onion. And yes, he loves potato chips, trying new flavors. Pizza chips have been around for years. They aren't good. Yeah, see? And then Walker's Worcestershire. How do you pronounce that?
No idea. The jury's still out.
Sauce?
Scientists are still trying to find the answers.
Worcestershire
Worcestershire.
sauce.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce. Crisps. Yeah, again, that's a potent, pungent flavor, Worcestershire sauce. And I don't know if I want that to stand on its own. That's something I like to put on a piece of meat, Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
And it's tough to say. Folks, that was the list of 20 chip flavors, the weirdest chip flavors. That turkey and gravy Thanksgiving one, that one was pretty weird, and it wasn't on this list. All right, we have come to the end of the show. We have one last segment left. This segment is rejected segments. We've done a bunch of stuff on our show. And some good. Some of you might say, oh, why'd they do that for? These segments in the rejected segments, officially bad. And this segment, we passed on it. And it would be weird. It's Hal takes dictation and writes with his left hand. See, I'm right-handed, and it just would be me writing with my left hand while Travis dictates something, and it would be off-putting. So I'm just going to write my name here, and I don't even know whether I should do cursive or print.
Are you ready? I got Pride and Prejudice locked and loaded here.
Oh yeah. See, I wouldn't be able to keep up. It's so slow for me to write my name.
It was the Pride of Times. It was the Prejudice of Times.
See this?
We haven't got past names yet. Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's
like with my left hand, and so it would be just a fool's errand for us to do that. Also, I'm not good at it, writing with my left hand. Yeah. So yeah, that is our show, folks. That's a rejected segment. I want to thank everybody who hung out with us, everyone who participated in the show. What a good time. I want to thank everybody at Backchannel. I want to thank producer Travis for holding it down. Join us again tomorrow, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 1 p.m. in Omaha, Nebraska, 7 p.m. in London, England. Stay tuned next for The Drive with Mario Smith. A lot of good times in store. Stick around. I'll see you